Welcome, everybody. Pleased that you can join us for the special evening variety show hosted by the Crescent Arts Center and Crescent Fort Rouge United Church. I'm Mark Whitehead. I'm part of the ministry team at Crescent Fort Rouge United Church. And with me here today are Linda Thorlickson, the chair of our leadership team, and Sandy Howell, who is a member of the church, but also a member of the Crescent Arts Center board. Hard to celebrate Christmas when we're gathered in so many ways, but thanks to the marvel of technology and the assistance and creativity of the Crescent Arts Center, we're able to offer this program of music, entertainment, and laughter at this time. We may have the technology at the church, but the Crescent Arts Center folks have the know-how and the creativity to pull this off for us. Thank you for being able to join us, and I'm going to turn this over now to you, Sandy.
Really pleased to be able to introduce three musicians today, all part of the Casati Band. But first we're going to hear from Grace Robbie and Jesse Popaski, and then from Quentin Bart, the third part of Casati. I met Grace and Jesse a few years ago when we were doing a promotional piece for the Cranky Festival organized by our partners Home Roots, Chemin Chez Nous. And Grace and Jesse have been with us basically ever since in various ways. We're really pleased to be able to get their creativity and endless patience and ukulele lessons for the children at Fort Rouge Childcare and also at Gladstone School. Grace also gave some ukulele lessons to our 55 plus seniors over the winter last year, and we learned a tremendous amount from her on that. Grace and Jesse have also shown up at our Hopeful Jammers group to lead the group, and we learned a great song from them, a Johnny Cash song, and that was tremendous fun. And Grace and Jesse continue to appear at the Cranky Festival in support of that weekend-long event. And with them is Quentin Bart, the brilliant bassist, who is going to also play for us today the hurdy-gurdy, which I am just totally fascinated by. Welcome, Jesse, Grace, and then Quentin.
And so this is Christmas, and what have you done? Another year over, a new one's just begun. And so this is Christmas, I hope you had fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A merry, merry Christmas and a happy new year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
So this is Christmas, for weak and for strong, for the rich and the poor ones. The road is so long. So happy Christmas, for the wrong and the right. Let's all come together, stop all the fights. A merry, merry Christmas and a happy new year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear.
this is Christmas. And what have you done? Another year over, and a new one's just begun. So this is Christmas. I hope you had fun. The near and the dear ones, the old and the young. A Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Let's hope it's a good one without any fear. War is over if you want it. War is over now.
Greetings, Crescent Fort Rouge Church community. Quentin Bart here. I hope you're all doing well. One fond memory that comes to mind of the CFR community, last year my trio Casati with Grace Harabi and Jesse Popesky had a chance to hold a CD release at the church, and it was such a beautiful experience, come together with family and friends and enjoying art and music, and especially enjoying that beautiful, rich sonic environment. And it's really a fond memory of mine. And with that, I'm very pleased to be part of this program. I have two pieces to offer. One is an original composition entitled Bulgari Polya number 4. It's a wacky little one in odd number of beats, an odd meter. And the second is a newly composed carol for the season by one of my hurdy-gurdy mentors, Mr. Nigel Eaton, and it's entitled The Hallsway Carol. With that, stay well everybody, take care.
Wasn't that wonderful? It's my turn now to introduce Cameron Denby, who's a Métis percussionist who sometimes plays with Casati, such as at the Cranky Festival. He's also astounding on the marimba. As many musicians are, he's very, very versatile. He's treated us to performances at the church in the past. And in fact, he's going to be giving a concert tonight, December 20th at 7 p.m. through the miracles of technology. Here's a sample of what you'll hear.
Hi everyone, my name is Cameron Denby. I play the marimba, and what I really like to do is take music for other instruments and see if I can make them work on my instrument. And that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'll be taking a piece by Francisco Tárrega. It's called Grand Valse. It's originally for classical guitar, but I'll be trying to make it work on my marimba. In the past year or so, I've had some really special performances at CFRU. I've had plenty of time there. I used to be in the Winnipeg Boys Choir, so countless hours upstairs, rehearsals, playing Uno before and after rehearsals, and then obviously the concerts. And then I've played for some other ensembles as well through the years, but it's really the past few years that I've had some really special times. Just this past winter, I got to play for the Winnipeg Cranky Festival, which is really special, playing as the backup band for a bunch of really amazing performers. But just this past winter, right before all the shows disappeared, I was able to put on my own show of music for and with marimba, with a lot of stuff just like what you're about to hear, but also I had some really awesome guest performers. Some of them are on the program for this show that we're in as well. So I'm really happy to have the chance to be involved in this. This is going to be a really great show. So I hope you enjoy my adaptation of Francisco Tárrega's Grand Valse.
It's really great to hear Cameron again. Also really looking forward to our next performer. Last year, when the Prairie Vaudeville Review played to a packed house, one of the stars of the show was Winnipeg's own internationally acclaimed comedy magician, Brian Glow. Brian is also on the board of the Crescent Arts Center. Here's Brian's performance now.
Well, hi, everybody from Crescent Fort Rouge United. My name is Brian Glow. I'm so happy to be with you guys, and this was going to be just a fun time. I was very lucky to be at the church to do the Cranky Festival, where we used the most beautiful facility in the city of Winnipeg to have an intimate event with like 700 of our favorite friends and having a great time. I want to do a little bit of fun for you guys. I want to enjoy the moment. I was very lucky. I got started in magic when I was just a little kid, and I got started because I got a chance to see my very first magician live on television. And I was only about 7 years old, and this magician had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And the amazing thing was he took away 1, 2, 3 cards and still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I was amazed. I couldn't believe what he had just done. I wanted to learn how to do this. I bothered my mom and my dad, and I said, Mom, I want to do that magic trick. And so they took me to the magic shop in Winnipeg. Well, in Winnipeg really didn't have a magic shop back then. It was a joke store called Goofy's. But there was a guy behind the counter, and I said, did you see the Ed Sullivan show where he had all the acts and the magicians? He says, oh, yeah, the guy that had the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and he took away 1, he took away 2, he took away 3 of the cards and still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I said, yeah, that's the guy. I want to learn how you did that. He said, well, I don't know about that trick, but I have the one where you have 1, 2, 3 cards, and you take away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and you still have 1, 2, 3 cards. I said, well, that's not really the trick I want. I want the one where you have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, and you take away 1, 2, 3 cards, and you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He said he didn't have that one, and I never really learned how to do it. So I wish I could. I'd come back and I'll teach it. Hey, I'd love to show you how to do a little bit of a magic illusion. This is kind of fun. It uses a yellow handkerchief and my fist. You take the handkerchief and you start pushing it inside your fist like that. You make a little magic pass, and suddenly it starts to change color. You push it inside like that, you pull it out, you push it inside, you pull it out, you push it inside, and it changes color right before your very eyes. It's amazing. Now, you could take the handkerchief again and start pushing it through. And do that little wave, and you push it through. And you pull it out, and it starts to change color again. You push it into your hand, you pull it out. It's kind of repetitious, but you get the idea. You just pull it. Just like that. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. It's a lot of fun. And you could fool all your friends who didn't get a chance and weren't smart enough to watch the broadcast. So you're going to have to use a little sneaky thing. And that's having 2 handkerchiefs. And that's all it is. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with 1 handkerchief in your hand like this. You're just going to push it in really tight. Get it really tight into your hand. Okay? But don't open up before the show or that'll ruin it, okay? So now you're ready. You walk out and you kind of do it kind of naturally. You're walking around. And then you take the handkerchief and you start pushing it inside your hand like that. You get a bit of a wave and suddenly you start pulling out the other handkerchief. It goes down and it actually looks like it starts to change color. Just give it a little pull. But remember, don't open up your hand. If you do, that will ruin the trick because they'll see the handkerchief. And now you know a little bit of magic you can have some fun with, and you can fool all your friends and family. Well, I've been very lucky. I've been able to travel all over the world performing magic. In fact, I've performed in over 45 countries. And our very first world tour with our large illusion show started off in Kenya, Africa. In 1977, we were performing in a casino in Nairobi. And we were performing every night, and when we finished, we would go out, and there would be street performers, magicians and jugglers and fire eaters. They're amazing people to see. But the man I remember absolutely the most simply had 2 sticks and a string. Now, the funny thing is, if he pulled one side, the other side would go up. If he pulled the other side would go up. That did not impress me. Until he took the 2 sticks and he pulled them apart and said, look, there's nothing there, but when you pull one side, the other end goes up. And when he pulled the other side, the other one. And I was pretty impressed, but I noticed he was holding the back of the stick. So it's kind of obvious the string was running around the back, down the side. You pull one side, the other end goes up. But then he did something amazing. He took the sticks, he crossed them over, and he waved his hands. I don't know if the waving did anything, but he showed there was nothing at the back and there was nothing at the front. Yet when he pulled one side, the other end went up. But when he pulled the other side went up. What amazed me, though, is when he pulled the top, nothing would happen. Till he pulled the bottom of the other one. But then if he pulled the top of that, I was confused. And I walked up to him and I said, my name is Brian Glow. I am a magician from Canada, and I would like to look at those sticks. And he totally surprised me because he said, go ahead. So I took the sticks and I started playing with them and pulling on them. And I could see that there was no attachments. And in fact, nothing would happen to my string until he pulled his. I said, wait a second. What happens if you pull them both down? He said, oh, nothing. I said, what do you mean nothing? You pulled one end and the other side went up. You pulled the other one, the other side went up. How come when you pull them both down, nothing happens? He said, well, I'm not a magician. I said, you're not a magician? He said, no, I'm just a fisherman. And I had no idea what he was talking about till he went like this. Crescent Fort Rouge United. My name is Brian Glow. I want to thank you so much for tuning in and watching. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Good night, everybody.
I have the real pleasure of introducing Shauna Jones and Grant Simpson. Now, a couple of years ago, Sandy Howell said to me, come on down to the church. You've got to meet this guy. He's just here. He's just arrived from the Yukon, and he's keen to get some music going in Winnipeg. And that was my first introduction to Grant Simpson, who had all kinds of wild and crazy ideas about things that Winnipeggers would go for, like lessons in playing the musical saw. Who knew? Anyway, before long, we had started buying ukuleles, and we had a group going on Monday afternoons in the church. We christened ourselves the Hopeful Jammers. He was trying to teach us the easy skills of jamming together. And so many of us were so new and so bad on our instruments. We sort of called ourselves the Hopeful Jammers because we knew we had a lot to learn. Every so often, when Shauna wasn't busy with her own career as a set designer, she would pop by and join in the group as well. So we've had a terrific and ongoing relationship with both of these artists. Grant plays many instruments other than the musical saw, primarily skilled at piano, ragtime kind of piano, and is currently running a vaudeville camp online. And Shauna is a musician and a superb vocalist. So sit back, relax, and enjoy Shauna and Grant.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be bright. Next year, all our troubles will be out of sight. if the fates allow. Until then, we'll have to muddle through somehow. So have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Maybe it's much too early in the game, but I thought I'd ask you just the same. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Who's gonna be the one to hold you tight when it's exactly 12 o'clock that night, welcoming in the new year? New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you received. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve. Maybe I'm crazy to suppose I'd ever be the one you chose out of 1,000 invitations you received. Oh, but in case I stand one little chance, here comes the jackpot question in advance. What are you doing New Year's? New Year's Eve.
To the people of Crescent Fort Rouge United Church, we want to say thank you. This is the Hopeful Jammers, and we thank you for the space that you have offered us in the past and hopefully again in the future. And for all your leadership in getting this little group going. Thank you to Shauna and Grant. and to Sandy for her role in this, and I think Linda as part of the leadership team, and for your vision for doing arts in that building. We love that, and we're so glad to be part of a community that sees the arts as being important. So from all of us, we want to wish you a Merry
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Hold up your ukuleles. Good job, everybody.
Hi, everyone. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from the Keep Theater. We're your resident theater company. It's my great pleasure to introduce two of the young people that have been working with our company, my son, George Bajer Kulak, and the wonderful Rachel Cameron.
Hey, everybody. My name's George, and this is a little tune called On the Sunny Side of the Street. Take your coat and grab your hat. Leave your worries by the doorstep. Please direct your feet to the sunny side of the street. Can't you hear the pitter-pat of the happy little tune in your step? Life can be so sweet on the sunny side of the street. When I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Well, now I am not afraid. This road was crossed over. If I didn't have a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street. I used to walk in the shade with my blues on parade. Well, I am not afraid because my worries are all over this road that crossed over. If I didn't have a cent, I'd be rich as Rockefeller. Gold dust at my feet on the sunny side of the street.
first introduction to Rachel. Isn't she wonderful? And George, I could listen to George all day. And in fact, when COVID is over, I promised a whole bunch of people we're going to have a big street party with George playing. So get ready for that. Anyhow, we have been so blessed, Crescent Fort Rouge United, as well as the Crescent Arts Center, with these amazing partners like the Keep Theater, the Winnipeg Boys Choir, and Home Roots and Chemin Chez Nous. These partners just bring a wealth of experience and all of their performers and musicians to us, and we're really grateful for that. And I am so pleased to be able to introduce the banjo pickin' artistic director of Home Roots, Tim Osmond.
Hello, Tim Osmond here with an interesting perspective. Happy holidays and happy quarantine to everybody out there. We've got Ceiling Frosty up there saying hello. I found him in there just recently, and I think, he's probably been in there for about a year now. So yeah, say hi, Frosty. Hello. Yeah, he's pretty lonely, but he's going to join us for this video here. So yeah, I'm honored to be part of this Crescent Fort Rouge Christmas special with so many amazing acts lined up as well. Thanks to Grant Simpson for letting me know about it and inviting me to be a part of it. I love the Crescent Fort Rouge Church. I've been working with them on and off for many years with Home Roots and the Cranky Festival, and I love the way that they just embrace arts and culture in Winnipeg. They're you know, from both the professional level and the amateur level, and the youth, encouraging youth to be involved and making it accessible for people. It's just they're an amazing group of folks, and yeah, I'm honored to be part of this video and the celebration for the holidays. So yeah, put together a banjo medley of Christmas tunes. See if you can spot what they are. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and Happy Holidays to all you out there. See you all down the line.
It's now my pleasure to introduce someone I've come to know quite well, Sheila Gritsky, who many of you will know, helps with our seniors program, coordinates and plans and hosts and everything, and her partner Ken. Some of you may have joined our paint night about a year ago, and the very talented partner of Sheila, Ken, led us through, and we all produced this wonderful painting of birch and poplar trees. Now their talents are multiple, and Ken is a graphic artist as well as a musician. Sheila is just a master of so many things. We first came to know Sheila when she was volunteering at the church during Cranky Fest, and it was just so obvious this was one ball of fire who could pretty much do whatever she set her mind to do. So please welcome Sheila and Ken.
Merry Christmas, everyone. I'm Sheila.
I'm Ken.
And here's one of our favorite songs by the Pretenders called 2,000 Miles. He's gone 2,000 miles. It's very far. The snow was falling down. It's colder day by day. I miss you. The children were singing, he'll be back at Christmas time. In these frozen silent nights, sometimes in a dream, you appear outside under the purple sky, like diamonds in the snow. Sparkle. Our hearts were singing. Oh, it felt like Christmas time. 2,000 miles is very far through snow, and I think of you wherever you go. He's gone 2,000 miles. It's very far. The snow was falling down. It's colder day by day. I miss you. I can hear people singing, oh, it must be Christmas time. I hear people singing, oh, it must be Christmas time.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas. And here's one of our favorite Christmas carols, Oh Holy Night. Oh, holy night, the stars are
the wise men from Orient land. The King of Kings laid thus in lowly nature, and all our trials born to be our friend, and fall on your knees. Oh, yeah, the angel voices of nights divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night divine. Oh, night divine. Truly we're taught to love one another. Lost love and thy gospel's peace. Chains shall we break, for the sin is our brother, and in his name all oppression shall cease. Sweet hymns of joy and grateful chorus raise we, let's all within us praise thy holy name, and fall on the knees. Oh, hear the angel voices of night divine. Oh, night when Christ was born. Oh, night, oh, night, oh, night, oh, night divine.
We've been recently funded by the Manitoba Arts Council to do a project called Stories to Songs. And this was a project that Grant had done when he lived in the Yukon, and it was wildly successful. And so what happens is a musician and songwriter is paired with a senior. And through about 3 sessions of about an hour long each, the musician gets some of the life highlights of the senior and then creates a song and records the song. And then at the end, all of the songs are played together in a performance. At this moment in time, we are not sure if the performance will be live or the performance will be online. We're keeping our fingers crossed that perhaps in May we can have a live performance with the seniors and their families as well as the musicians. But if not, we'll do it online. Our first pairing was Jackson Haldane. You may know him from the D Rangers, and Howard Swan, who we absolutely love, and Howie was a vaudevillian himself. He's 99 years old and a faithful attender of the Hopeful Jammers with his guitar collection. And he still goes out on the road a bit with Grant to do some vaudeville performances. So we paired Jackson with Howie, and Jackson got some of Howie's life story and produced just a fantastic song. And alongside that, Ajax, Jackson's son, was able to make a video recording of it. So we have the song, and we also have a video, and that's what I'm very pleased to introduce to you now.
I used to play the old theaters when we could pack 'em in 3 times a day. I miss the Beacon and the Bijou.
During the summer of 2020, my friend Grant Simpson asked me if I'd like to be involved in a project he was collaborating with the Crescent Arts Center to develop. The concept? To engage a working artist and a retired veteran of the same craft from the same community and have them interact. These interactions would then inspire a creative work. In my case, I would be paired with Howard Swan, a 99-year-old vaudevillian. I would interview Howard and derive inspiration for a song from his stories, memories, and perspective. Howie's 99, I'm 44, and Grant stressed that a multi-generational collaboration was the key to a valuable experience. We can simultaneously celebrate the roots of our artistic communities this way while we nourish new works. I was inspired by this and thought of a way to pay it forward further. I enlisted the help of my 11-year-old son Ajax to capture video footage from my meetings with Howard and also film the process of writing and recording the song that would result from those encounters. It was a thrilling way for us to share a creative experience and an important bridge across generational divides that so often impede our broader experience of life. Howard told us stories of an era forgotten, a time before television, when no culture of being entertained within the home really existed. Vaudeville acts filled theaters, multiple shows a day, several days a week. Folks like Howie got up on stage and entertained live audiences with diverse programs. Drama, comedy, music, dance, it was all wrapped up in a vaudeville show. Hazel was a dancer, and she stole Howie's heart in the setting. They had nearly 65 years of marriage together before she passed. I was transported by Howard's accounts of his life as a musician and performer. I felt compelled to play with the theme of his nostalgia for the old theaters. The song that resulted from our encounters and interviews and hangouts is called A Lifetime Up on the Stage, and it's a tribute to Howard and his sweet, generous, talented soul. I feel honored for the opportunity to have shared this time with Howard, and I hope ours is only the first of many similar experiments. I'm grateful for the time spent with Ajax, too, watching him grow as he managed the responsibility of collaboration. Thank you, Stories to Songs. What a gift.
And late at night when my memory calls, I return to those hallowed halls. I'll know a peace when my last curtain falls. I spent a lifetime up on the stage. I spent a lifetime up on the stage. I spent a lifetime up on the stage.
So your dad's family was all from around that area too?
Yeah.
Aberdeenshire. Okay. Did you get a chance to go over there ever?
No, we never did. My son, the drummer, I see he was traveling with me.
Amazing songs, some amazing images, and most of all, a truly amazing story. That brings our evening's entertainment almost to a close, but there's always something going on at Crescent Arts Center, Crescent Fort Rouge United Church. So please check out our Facebook page, our website, crescentfortrouge.ca, or contact either the Crescent Arts Center or the church for more information. Linda, I'm going to turn it over to you for some final words now.
Well, after such a wonderful roundup of talent and songs and stories, I'm feeling like I live in Whoville. If you remember, the Grinch learned some important lessons about Christmas when he tried to ruin Christmas in Whoville. And I'm going to read just a page or two. After he's stolen all the presents and taken all their food, he paused, and the Grinch put his hand to his ear, and he did hear a sound rising over the snow. It started in low, then it started to grow. But the sound wasn't sad. Why, this sound sounded merry. It couldn't be so, but it was merry, very. He stared down at Whoville, the Grinch popped his eyes, then he shook. What he saw was a shocking surprise, and I just have to show you the picture. Every Who down in Whoville, the tall and the small, was singing without any presents at all. He hadn't stopped Christmas from coming. It came, somehow or other. It came just the same, and the Grinch, with his Grinch feet ice cold in the snow, stood puzzling and puzzling, how could it be so? It came without ribbons. It came without tags. It came without packages, boxes, or bags. And he puzzled 3 hours till his puzzler was sore. Then the Grinch thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe Christmas, he thought, doesn't come from a store. Maybe Christmas, perhaps, means a little bit more.
Ah, my favorite Christmas story. Thank you, Linda. That really made me smile. We're going to close today with something that should make you smile, but you may want to bring the Kleenex. So we're going to hear a Christmas song from our favorite guy, Howard Swan, and our second favorite guy, Grant Simpson on the saw. Have a great season, everybody.
City sidewalk, busy sidewalk, dressed in holiday style. In the air, there's a feeling of Christmas. Children laughing, people passing, meeting smile after smile, and on every street corner you hear silver bell, silver bell. It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. City street light, even stoplight, flash a bright red and green as the shoppers rush home with their treasures. Hear the snow crunch, see the kids bunch. This is Santa's big scene, and above all, the bustle you hear. Silver bell, if it's, I don't know whether I got the whole thing in there right, but
I think you do.
hey,
Yeah, it sounded really good.
okay. Whatever you say.
Yeah.
I know you wouldn't lie to me now, would you?